Alright, so another dev update here, and today we got up, did what we needed to do, and we set a goal for ourselves. And today's goal was to get the hit point bar, the experience bar, and the leveling icon display, etc. to work properly, which is here. We have our hit points, and our experience, and our level display. So this UI element is always facing the camera, so I'll move around a little bit here, so it doesn't matter what direction the character is playing. It's always facing the camera. We'll move so you can see. Um, so what we have is I put all of the scripts onto the UI itself because it's always going to be there. It's always going to be displayed on the character. And we have our two sections. So the character sticky, which is for the facing of it and the updates of the actual UI. So we have all our references to all the different individual parts there. And then the second part is the stats, which is the backbone of the whole data that drives the UI, and it is referenced inside of here. Let's get into the sticky. And you can see on when we start, we get the component for the base stat that we have on it, and then we initialize it with a level, which is 1 right now, and then just a sanity check for something. I don't know why it's there. It should never be there, but whatever. We set all of our updates or our values to whatever they're supposed to be, and every frame we do our update, so we get the value of the base stat, or we get the component base stat, and then we run the function check for level up, and we do our rotations, and we update all of our stuff. So what is in the update? The check for level up. So essentially what we're doing is checking our experience and seeing if it's greater than or equal to the experience to level. Another thing to note is when we start this, when we initialize this, we have this old level in here, and this is what we use to also check and see if we've leveled up, and I will cover that here very shortly. The experience, if it's bigger than, like if you got more experience than you needed to level, then it will subtract it, and so you don't lose that, and make it your new experience so that you don't lose any bonus experience. If you killed something that was 5 and you only needed 1 experience, you'll have 4 experience to start your next level. So that's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Otherwise, set it to 0, level up. Now this doesn't actually level up your character, this just sets the level of the character. And what happens next is it checks, does that level the same as the old level, which is the one that we previously had before all of this stuff. If it isn't the same, that means we have leveled or de-leveled, as the case may be. We have your experience calculations, sets the old level to the new level, does your hit points calculations, and then sets your current hit points to your maximum hit points so that it's, you're not dying or whatever. So we also have a grant experience or XP here, so as long as it's more than 0, then it will add the experience, and it also damages the player by 1, and that is only there so that I can see if the hit point is actually updating properly. As far as the experience right now, because the combat system isn't done, it is doing it solely on the ground type that you are on, and I have different values of experience depending on the ground type. And all it's doing is calling that ground experience or grant experience function with a value based on how high the character is on the ground, which is as close as we can get to the type of ground you're on. And as you can see, it is working. It's been running for a little while here. I'm just checking to make sure everything's working properly. And we're at level 19 now, and you can see we've got some red on the hit point bar, so we're taking some damage. We're at 194 out of 209 now, and we're getting there ever so slowly, but he is leveling and he is taking damage, so that's all that really mattered to me. So if there's anything that you have to say, if you have comments, suggestions, if I could be, maybe I'm doing something that's not quite efficient, go ahead and leave a comment below. Otherwise, stay tuned. I will update some stuff. Yeah, level 20. I'm gonna add a sound for the ding because you gotta have a ding. I'm gonna probably check and see if I can do a particle effect around the character or something like that for the level up. I'll look into that maybe a little bit. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.